People are turning into zombies. It's a very strange time that we're in. And I'm going to take you on a journey tonight through prophecy, through science, through spirituality, through the return of Christ with the presence of the Archangel Michael. We have to realize the time period that we're in. And as we walk our everyday life experience, we are realizing that we're walking amongst zombies. Hello everyone, I am Michael and I help guide people on the evolutionary journey. Why are people turning into zombies? A prophesized time. The Hopi Blue Star Prophecy spoke about this time period where people walk the earth with sampaku, dead in the eyes. And there are many individuals in this world that are seeing clearly. And when you see what has happened, the disconnect to God, the disconnect to nature. So the earth has changed. And for those that are up to date with this, there's a frequency that we live in, and it's known as the Schumann resonance. And our nervous system and all of the biological systems of the body are linked up to the Schumann resonance. But over the past few years, some of the nervous systems of individuals in the world, they've been compromised. And tonight I'm out here, as I am most nights, grounding to the earth. Some people are disconnected to the earth, and people in the modern society, they pollute the earth. They don't think that the earth is important, but we're all alive on this earth. And if a person is disconnected to the earth, and this has happened at an accelerated rate in a post-2020 world, as the nervous system of many people has been disconnected to the earth, and that connection to the higher self, which is the soul. In a post-2020 world, people on social media across the world have been reporting and documenting that people have shared that they don't feel like they're connected to their soul anymore. They're not connected to God. And this happens in many forms. It could happen when the nervous system is disconnected. It could happen when the subconscious, which dictates 95% of one's life, is riddled with fear. And there's a rooting in what's called the reticular activating system, or the RAS in the brain. If you are a person that is a conscious creator, if you walk this earth with the energy of the light of Christ, you are connected to God, and your nervous system is connected to the earth, and you are grounded. There are many people that are not grounded, and when you go on the spiritual journey, you must remember you can keep your head in the clouds, but you have to have your feet on the ground, and people are not grounded into reality anymore. So if the nervous system is compromised, if the reticular activating system in the brain is programmed to only see fear, if you're not familiar with this is how you actually control your life. In a post-2020 world, there are many people that have done the inner work. They have done healing spiritually and mentally, and they have also done physical clearing and detoxification of the body, which when we detoxify the nervous system and we detoxify our brain filled with toxins, if our solar plexus is loaded with traumas in our lives, we could be disconnected from reality with toxins, which inhibit the signal, as Dr. Bruce Lipton called it, the signal from the ether, as Nikola Tesla called it. In this biblical time period, in the time of the Hopi prophecy, the Schumann resonance, the world is changing, but people are no longer disconnected. And those people, once they are disconnected from reality and they're only living in fear, they walk around as zombies. They believe and they worship mainstream media, which are programs. And these programs, they're programming the brain. and the subconscious programs of lack and limitation, people will move forward with their life, and they're constantly living with this lack and limitation. And when you can't change, you will create a loop. And there are millions of people around the world that are caught in the loop. What is the loop? The loop is showing up, waking up every day and turning on social media, waking up every day and turning on CNN and fear news-based programming. And every, I don't know, 5.5 minutes, there's breaking news magically, and a red thing will flash across and a gong will hit, and your nervous system is calibrated, and there are people in the world that are sitting there in front of the TV, and they're looking at social media influencers that are fake, phony, photoshopped, and there are many women of the world that are seeing this, and they feel like they could never be heard or get ahead in life. All right, there are fake influencers that will put on a show. I even heard Dr. Phil talking about this. The guy was paying to pretend like he went on vacation, and this is all the ego, and it's all an ego trip. So what we need to do on the course of our journey is dislodge and start moving forward. When we leave the world behind, as we go on the walk now, we have to leave the world behind. We have to leave the programs of lack and limitation. Now, there could be toxins in the body that physically inhibit the nervous system from acting the way that it should act. And if you are a conscious creator, and that's what our channel and community is all about, you have to understand quantum physics, and you have to understand the signal. Tonight, you're going to learn, maybe for the first time, that the majority of your everyday life experience is going to be dictated by your nervous system and not by your brain. And if you are wired to a frequency, that is going to be your reality. If you are wired to the frequency of peace, every evening you could come out on the beach and experience peace. If you are wired to a frequency of fight or flight, you're going to constantly start stirring when that head hits the pillow at night, and you're in fear. You're in fear at the workplace, losing the job, the 9 to 5. You're in a miserable relationship with a covert narcissist, and you're looking to get out. There are millions of people around the world that bow down to a system that got tricked. They got tricked into jobs. They got tricked into relationships, and they're waking up and they're getting this video. Ooh, look, I'm on your screen. And you're saying to yourself, yeah, I want to start living my everyday life. We're out here in the light of Christ to now. We have left a life of obligation, and we're headed to a life of creation. And this is a very difficult switch. You know, when you go out in the world, and I have a lot of friends that see this, and I'm sharing it from my lens. You know, you seek for true connection. And there are many men like myself, quality men, that have stayed single, and it's almost in survival. This is an extinction event for humanity. And there are so many people that are worshiping the phone. And there's a depiction, you know, when I go about my journey, I look for eyes that see me back. And all I see is that glazed over look, that Krispy Kreme look. Those girls, those weak women, the modern woman, they're staring at the phone, and they're concerned with the bag, and they're concerned with everything else but love and nature. To our divine feminine that's out there, you're seeing these weasel men that created the tough times. Weak men create tough times. And tough times allow the sons and daughters of God to rise. This is a biblical time period, and there are zombies walking this earth, and there's nothing behind those eyes. And this could come from both the toxins of the world. What has happened? What has happened to our people in a post-2020 world? What were the toxins that were deployed upon our people's nervous system? Let us know in the comments. What is the fear from mainstream media that has put people into their reticular activating system in the brain, and they therefore cannot identify anything else in the reality but fear? There are people that are programmed into fear that could be countries thousands of miles away, and they're not concerned with their own family. There are people in this world that are worshiping fake political figures, fake Instagram models, and fake bullshit. These are the zombies of the world, and it's time to wake up and remember who you are. You might be the son of God, you might be the daughters of God, but the Christ energy is here, and we walk forth with the truth. And a lot of people don't like the truth. If you're on this message and you are gaslit by people with the zombification, you are holding up a mirror, and a lot of people don't like the truth. And if that resonates with you, why don't you smash into the like button? People are becoming zombies, and this is happening now because the world, the frequency has changed, and we have to be connected to the Schumann resonance. It's the frequency of the planet. It's the frequency of this realm that we're in. Nikola Tesla called this a realm. You know, a lot of people saw that eclipse the other night, and that wasn't the moon. You know, a lot of people have that special Nikon camera. What is that thing? Where do we live? Your whole life was a lie. It's time to wake up. It's time to switch your mode. It's time to switch off NPC mode and turn on God mode. Turn on creator mode, because you create your reality. The main idea of the lesson tonight, you get to create your reality. And you create your reality through regulating the nervous system, detoxifying the body of toxins and traumas from your past, and installing subconscious programs that will run efficiently 95% of the day. If you're new to me, I'm Michael. I discuss ascension, psychology, and quantum shifting, and I make these deep lessons relevant for everyday life people. It's time to take back control of your health. It's time to be healthy again. It's time to take back control of your wealth. It's time for generational wealth, so that your nervous system feels safe. There's a lot of people in the world, they're not egotistical, materialistic people. However, everyone's entitled to this wealth. Generational wealth is required so that your nervous system feels safe, so that you could go to the store and buy the groceries without having to get nervous, right? That you can't afford the bills, that you could live in a safe place, right? And that everyone in this world could live in peace and harmony without the BS of mainstream media and pumping all that fear stuff. If you resonate with this message and you're tired and you are walking amongst the masses, and every single day you could see the zombies of the world, they are on a different frequency. And when this message gets out to the people, we could assist all of our brothers and sisters with their nervous system, the detoxification, and fixing the subconscious programs that were given by other people. Tonight, you will realize that you are the creator of your reality, and you have to stay focused. You know, I'm only here tonight because I never bow down. I never bowed down to the system. I stood up against the system. I stood up for my rights. I was gaslit by fake friends and fake women in this world. Yet, I am that I am, and I'm still here. One versus all. You must get this message tonight as we walk this earth. People are disconnected, and you're seeing this. You know, there was a scene in I Am Legend with Will Smith, and he was looking at the mannequin, and he said, "Say hello to me. Say hello to me." And he thought he was the last man alive, but there was other people. Say hello to me. I know there's many people in this world, if you remember that scene, Some days that's how we feel, ladies and gentlemen. You go out in this world and you see the sampaku and you see the dead behind the eyes, and you're looking for that connection, but you haven't found it your entire life because you live in the fake matrix. And you could resonate with that scene when he looks at the mannequin and he says, "Say hello to me." Nothing. You must reach the place where it is only the I am presence. Enter the Archangel Michael. This world has come to an end. This is the apocalypse, which is a great revealing. This is the Hopi prophecy, and it's happening right now before our very eyes. And when we understand the programming of the subconscious mind by mainstream media, when we understand the fear of our brothers and sisters in the reticular activating system and the toxins that have destroyed our brothers and sisters' nervous system, we understand why we are amongst the walking NPCs. It's time to switch on God mode. I hope that I have inspired someone tonight. I inspire men around the world. There's a lot of, when you think about zombies, I have a few friends that are the sheriff. They've told me some disturbing stories. And there's a lot of people that are numbing the pain of loneliness, numbing the pain of the sick society. Stay away from any type of nasty drugs or anything. Okay, stay focused, and your Uncle Mike's got your back to the end of the line. I'm grateful for my brothers that are on the ground with me. I love you. We got a great community, a great gym community. Do you want to be healthy? Do you want to be wealthy? Do you want to be the best version of yourself? Smash the subscribe button. We have daily videos, 9 a.m. Eastern time, to make you become the greatest version of yourself. What has happened to this world? It's time to build a new one. So if this message resonates with you, share it, like it, move it forward. I am the defender of our everyday lives. No matter what comes your way, light warriors, just keep going. I love you guys very much. And if we all focus together right now, we can finally cause the change. It's happening right now.